Welcome to the Rustic Garden Homestead. This video is really about the harvest, you can see right there, using the Ruth Stout method for growing potatoes. And that's just basically putting the potatoes on the ground, covering them with straw. So I just want to show you what a harvest looks like. It was a crazy good harvest. I think you'll be impressed, and this may be something you want to try next year. First half of the video, everything you see right here. Second half is really going to be on the Ruth Stout method, so you can see how it's done. And this might be something, like I said, that you want to do next year. But if you subscribe and follow me, I'll show you how to set this up and feed this for 2026. But now it's really about the idea, the massive harvest, and how do you really set up the Ruth Stout method. About 25 potatoes went in here. The varieties were, I think, Innovation, Purple Majesty, Blue Adirondack, and Red Thumb. 25 potatoes spread about 8 to 12 inches apart. You can see in some places there's greenery coming out because these potatoes grew, formed, and then they went through enough time that they're sprouting again. They're not going to make it because the fall or the winter is coming. A frost will be here soon. It's going to kill off all the greenery. Let me just peel this back. It was 8 to 12 inches of straw, hay, or even leaves on top of the potatoes. The potatoes were just dropped on the ground. I will link parts of the video that showed you how to prep this in the actual video, and a full video in the video description if you want to check that out. But just look at how many potatoes are under here. 25 very small seed potatoes went in. It's made to open easily, so you can get in and dig up the potatoes. Here's the first reveal. Just pulled all the straw back, and there's a lot of potatoes sitting on the surface. We do have to dig down like we did before, a little bit, see what's down there. So let me clean this up. And remember, these sat here, and I'm throwing out any of the potatoes that look bad. So these are all looking good. Here's the bed all dug up, looks pretty good. For perspective, there's the glove, a couple of nice sized potatoes in there, perfect for baking. I mean, this is a nice amount of potatoes. Just for reference, about 20 to 25 seed potatoes probably looks something like that. So from that many potatoes to everything you see here, potatoes are ready in anywhere from 80 to 120, 130 days. Follow me in 2026. I'll show you how to grow potatoes just like you saw today, using the Ruth Stout method. This is the second bed that I just put out here where deer can come. And what I do is I just drop some fencing over here, chicken wire over the top. The deer can't get in. They actually came in because, again, these are, the second round of greenery forming, and the deer chewed it down. But just draping some chicken wire over this keeps the deer from getting to it. I did harvest some potatoes out of there for a friend last week. There were some really nice sized russet potatoes, baked potato size. I think this bed is Purple Adirondack and the russet potato. So hopefully, the russets are a little bit bigger. But this is just a small space out here in deer land, perfect for potatoes. I just took a weed whacker, cut the grass down to level, put the potatoes on the ground, covered it with the straw, watered it in with a water-soluble fertilizer. I did some other fertilizing too. If you want to subscribe and follow me, I'll be doing this again for 2026. You can follow along. The weeds came in. I think that's Creeping Charlie. All right, let me pull these up and see what potatoes are in here. And I think, if I didn't already say it, these went in somewhere towards the end of June. Let's start with the potato bed that I planted later in the season. And it's just basic 4 posts. Some fencing wire goes around. I leave some prongs on the end. Oop, that one just broke off. And it just secures right there. Undid it. Now I removed everything that was in there. And this is the first look at all the russets. And maybe those are Purple Majesties or Blue Adirondacks. But russet potatoes and a purple variety. And this is what's just sitting on the surface. Now I'm going to get in there and clean them up a little bit and just take a look at everything that came out of this really small space. Not much care, really, except keeping these watered throughout the summer, and they do pretty well. So real quick, I'm finding a lot of really great potatoes, and I've just gone through this space here. A lot of them are up on the surface, but you do want to go down 2 inches, 5 centimeters, because some of the potatoes are growing right into the soil like that, and they are really nice size. So just, take your fingers, dig down 2.5 inches, 5 centimeters. Just make sure you're pulling up most of the potatoes in this space. And just for perspective, I put my glove in there. But look at all these beautiful russets. They just came out of this really small space. Again, these were put in later June, I believe, maybe even the beginning of July, because this was a space I decided to experiment in and I had extra potatoes. Just dropped them in, you know, fed them, covered them with 8 inches of the straw or hay. You could even use leaves. And they produced really, really well. And again, follow me. I'm going to be doing this again in 2026, and you can just follow along. But this is an awesome amount of potatoes. The smaller ones, I'm just going to clean up. They're going to sit out here for about a week if no frost or freeze is coming. And then I'm going to store the smaller ones to use them as my seed potatoes next year. So save money with that. I don't have to buy new seed potatoes, and I have plenty of potatoes right out of here to eat for a while. Here's what it looks like. Again, 8 to 12 inches, 20 to 30 centimeters. And then I'm going to cover that today with a good, probably 8 inches of straw, and that will add to it. And it's just going to be a nice mound right here. And we'll see how things look come the middle of June. And that looks pretty good. That's a good 15 inches, 45 centimeters. Now it hasn't been watered in yet. You really want to soak this through. Do it every other day, I think for like 10 days. You just want everything to be nice and saturated. Make sure water is getting to the potatoes. Again, the number one thing that people do that reduce the amount and the size of their harvest is they underwater. So when you have a lot of straw down or hay down, combination of leaves, all this kind of stuff, it's real easy for the water not to penetrate down to the potatoes. So if your ground was dry, water the potatoes first. If not, you can water, you know, the straw. But you really want to soak it. It's going to take you probably a good 10 minutes for the first watering to really get everything damp, make sure the water's going through. And I'm going to do that every other day or so for about 10 days, just to make sure everything gets off to a great start.
After editing the video, I wanted to talk a little bit about the fertilizing. And please subscribe and follow me. I'll go over the whole process in 2026 when I start the Ruth Stout method, you know, from the beginning. Before I put the potatoes down, as I, put into a little text, I put down some compost, spread some organic granular, and I just scratched it into the surface. That will help the potatoes get off to a great start. After the straw is put on, I watered it for about a week, and then I hit the whole pile with a water-soluble fertilizer. I do recommend AgroThrive. You can find that in my video description, or fish emulsion works really well. You're just getting the nitrogen in there now, some potassium, some phosphorus, and that will get the potatoes off to a great start. Somewhere between, 40, 50 days worth of growth, hit them again with a water-soluble fertilizer, and as it was coming to the end of the process, I watered them one more time with the water-soluble. You don't have to be really exact, but you want to really maintain the nutrients going, through the whole process. The key, as I was saying, is watering. People let the potatoes dry out a whole lot, and then the greenery flops over. Then they water, and it can cause stress and really just sometimes limit the potential of how big the potatoes can get. If your garden is lacking in potassium or phosphorus, it's great to add that in another way. But typically, if you're just growing for the first year, even the second year, there's plenty of potassium, plenty of phosphorus. Next year, I'll be adding in some supplements. Those are the main elements that help the potato really grow to size. Potassium is actually the key to getting a good sized potato. But don't overstress with the fertilizing. A general routine is going to work for the first year, for the second year. If you have compost, that's golden. We'll just prep the beds in the fall, again in the spring, and then drop the potatoes.
Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. I sell tomato and pepper seeds, $1.75 a pack. All other seeds are only $1.50. I also sell organic oils there, neem oil, peppermint oil for managing pests and disease. And again, thanks so much for watching, and think about giving the Ruth Stout method a try next year. It's really effective, and you can grow a lot of potatoes with minimal work.